Michael, there's a term in the industry called the weird Nintendo decisions. And I think Xbox has taken over. So, let's get into this because Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is coming to PlayStation 5 next year. Who says this is a good idea? If you're an Xbox fan, yeah, you get a day one, right? You get a day one in Game Pass. Depending on what tier you're into.
Exactly.
Because if that got changed up, right? And you want a reason to pick up an Xbox. I don't know if that's necessary anymore. Because they're starting to bring over more and more first-party exclusives eventually to PlayStation. Let's get into it. Tom Ivan over BGC. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will reportedly be released for PlayStation 5 next year. That's according to the industry insider Nate the Hate, who has a track record for breaking stories prior to their official announcement. Ahead of planned Indiana Jones showing at Gamescom opening night live on, well, today, that claim that Bethesda's title will hit PC and Xbox Series X and S in December as a timed console exclusive. Timed console exclusive. You're a first-party studio! Mind-blowing, man. Quote, after this time exclusive window expires, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is planned to come to PlayStation 5 in the first half of 2025. End quote, Nate the Hate wrote on X. Reports that Microsoft was preparing to announce plans to bring another big Xbox exclusive to PS5 emerged last week. A lot of us, though, heard rumors that it was Forza Horizon 5, right? At the time, Windows Central claimed that it was a large chance that the rumored announcement could be related to Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. The Verge also claimed in February that Xbox was considering bringing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle to PS5 in the months following the game's release for Xbox and PC. Announced in January 2021, Indiana Jones is in development at Machine Games, the Swedish studio behind the modern Wolfenstein titles. While the game was originally planned as a multi-platform console release, it was later confirmed that it would be an Xbox and PC exclusive, and a day one title on Microsoft's Game Pass subscription service. The terms of Indiana Jones owners Disney's agreement with Bethesda were renegotiated after Microsoft acquired the studio parent company ZeniMax Media for $7.5 billion in 2021. Disney's head of gaming, Sean Shapto, told Axios last year that, quote, Xbox still being one of the bigger marketplaces for games, we didn't feel like they were going to be overly exclusionary. We felt like it was still going to reach a broad set of folks, and we felt financially and strategically for the game that made sense at the time. End quote. While it already had a strong foothold on rival platforms thanks to bestsellers Call of Duty and Minecraft, in February, Xbox announced plans to bring additional titles to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch, starting with Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded. Michael, where do you want to start with this?
I mean, this is going to be crazy. I think depending on when we get this on PS5, right, as it sounds like first half of 2025. We just talked about Final Fantasy being a year plus delay for just PC, not even for Xbox. It's still not on Xbox, right? From PS5 to PC is over a year. Yeah. Now we're going to go Xbox, PS5 in 6 months, right? Because December to first half of 2025. What at this point, what's the point, right? Just put it on everything. Like 6 months? Are you really going to see that many extra sales? Because the other thing is, it's already coming to PC, right? Final Fantasy was just PS5. This game was already PC, Xbox. Now you're gonna have PlayStation. This feels like we've been hitting this for a while, Drew. It would not shock me in the coming years this comes out. Xbox is going away from exclusives and more into this Game Pass exclusive, right? Like, yeah, on PlayStation you can buy this game for full price, but on Xbox, if you pay $20 a month or whatever the tier is going to be, you'll get this game and 3 other games day one, right? And that seems like it's going to be the driving force behind Xbox. Isn't the here's your new exclusives? It's have Game Pass and you're technically saving money if you buy enough games. But yeah, it feels like the day of Xbox exclusives has almost come to an end, and now we're just Game Pass is your Xbox exclusive that you have to pay for every single month, but you'll get titles day one.
I'm just flabbergasted, Michael. Honestly, if this really happens, it feels like a letdown to Xbox fans because you look for that exclusive. Dude, Sony crushes it when they have an exclusive. That's their first party, like, bread and butter. Dude, Last of Us, God of War, Horizon, like, the list keeps going. And then you take a look at their biggest competition on Xbox. They own more studios now than anybody. Dude, what have we played this year? Right? Like, what's going on? Call of Duty will never be an exclusive title.
No.
They're going to put that everywhere because it makes so much money that they're about to cash in here with Black Ops 6. So what else is left? At this point, dude, you might as well open up everything. You might as well toss Halo over there. Forza's next. Like, it doesn't matter anymore. It feels like it really doesn't matter to own an Xbox console. Like you say, it's all about Game Pass subscription. Instead, what's that mean to the Xbox fan base, though? Where's the driving force that goes, hey, you need an Xbox? Because right now, dude, it doesn't feel like I need an Xbox at all. What it feels like is that I need a Game Pass subscription, which I can almost pick up everywhere, including other TV systems now, right? Samsung is there. There's another one Amazon, the Fire Stick, right? Yep. It's going there as well. Dude, so as long as I got a subscription service and then a PlayStation 5, I'm all set. Like, really, I'm all set. Yep. And at that point, you can even teeter-totter on the subscription service, because if you wait out long enough, dude, it sounds like you're just going to come to PlayStation anyways.
Yeah, I think you're right. The only saving grace for Xbox is kind of that rumored that we talked about a few weeks ago. If their handheld is just insane, right? Like, allegedly, there's a handheld coming in the next generation alongside a console. If that blows everything out of the water, blows the Steam Deck out of the water, blows the PlayStation handheld out of the water, blows the Switch 2 out of the water, that's going to be your only saving grace, I think, if you're an Xbox fan, right? Is we have the best handheld on the market, but is that what you want? Is you want to have the best exclusives? You don't want to have the best handheld. I think you're right. I think the days of the Xbox, crazy enough to say it, are going to start dwindling, it feels like.
I honestly feel like they are about to go the way of Sega. They're going to pack up the consoles and just go third party, right? Then your only console you got to worry about is your PlayStation and having a PC.
Yep.
And then, there you go. Then you get a streaming service that will take on the Game Pass service, and you're all set. I was just like, man. And that's the other side of it, too. If you take a look at, if Xbox goes with a handheld, okay, cool. If they don't, and they just start dwindling off, dude, I can still get Game Pass through other services, other handheld devices. I can technically get it on my Steam Deck. I can get it on the Logitech G Cloud, which I talk about here all the time. Dude, the cloud is there, and then there's a separate thing to tap into my library and stream to my Xbox. Like, all that is getting switched over to Game Pass services, right? Xbox is just, man, in a year, we talked about this numerous times on the show too, on a year where there's really no competition coming out of PlayStation, one of the major AAA titles, we are getting Astro Bot, so don't get on me, and then Lego Horizon, the adventure there. But when you're not competing against the God of War, you're not competing against Aloy, you're not competing against the Last of Us experience, right? Xbox still can't hit it right. They still can't pull it together and get their together to actually pull it off and have a banger of a year. Instead, what do? They delayed Avowed, right? They just, man, you could have owned 2024. Instead, they're falling on their face once again, Michael.